go ahead and get it popping.
It's
for the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we're live every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. That's every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I look like and feel like I'm $1,000,000. I'm feeling myself for real. I'm on my way. The way I walk looks like a dance. And baby, that's just how I feel. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling myself. I am. I'm feeling good. Couch Chronicles, early mornings on the couch, that is, every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Come catch a vibe with the couch. If you ain't gotta work, then you better keep your pajamas on. Get your tea, your coffee, whatever you drink, and whatever you smoke. Because Wednesdays and Fridays is the time to be relaxed, chilling, vibing, you know. If you would like to be a live guest, if you in the Oklahoma City area, DM me now. Trust me when I say you don't want to miss this vibe. Are you feeling good? I'm feeling good. That's how you're supposed to feel in the morning. 1, 2, 3, let's go! I look like and feel like I'm $1,000,000. I'm feeling myself for real. I'm on my way. The way I walk looks like a dance. And baby, that's just how I feel. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling myself.
I kind of am, and I hope that you are too, because baby, when I tell you, honestly, sometimes we don't look like we could be going through something and nobody would ever know unless you tell them, right? It happens so often that it's almost kind of crazy. You know, because we claim to be these real people. We claim to have friends, but how come when we going through like serious fucking shit, like we hide it from other people? And I say that because, you know, when you go to prison, when you're facing time, especially if you have kids, a lot of times you don't tell your children that you're going to prison. You just don't. I don't have any kids, so I never had to experience that, but I've had a lot of roommates that has told me, hey, you know, I didn't even tell my kids I'm in prison. They don't even know where mommy's at right now. They don't even know where daddy's at right now. They'll think that they're, you know, fighting a war, which, I mean, technically you are fighting a war in prison. You know, or they'll say, mommy's on a long vacation, or daddy's on a long vacation. When you start off lying like that, I don't know if you guys realize this, but it does more damage than just going ahead to being honest. You know, because although your kids might not understand what the word prison is, guess how they will understand? They'll understand if you explain to them what prison is, who it's for, why you're going. Instead of lying to your children, you literally look them dead in their face and you tell them mommy or daddy's going away for a long time to vacation. So you're making them think that they're not good enough to go on this vacation with you. You're making them think that they're not special enough for you to constantly be around them. When they see other parents hanging with their kids, taking them to the park, doing school dances, doing school events, but they don't see their parents that said that they went on a long vacation. Now, when they hear these other children talking about their parents that go on vacation, these children are talking about how their parents are taking them. But you're not speaking like them. You're the child that parents is on vacation that you couldn't go to. So then they start to get a resentment, regardless if you speak to them every day on the phone or not. They're seeing children go on the same vacation that you said that you on, but with their parents. But they're not with their parents. We can't lie to our children just because we're in a fucked up position or embarrassed, or because when you lie to your children like that, you literally are scarring them. You literally are causing your own resentment from them to you. You're literally putting them in a box. Excuse me. That they don't even know how to handle. They're a child. Children observe things and take things in like a sponge. So you don't think that when they're talking about, yeah, my mom and dad is on vacation too, smiling and the kids is looking like, okay, well, why aren't you with them? You think that that wouldn't lead into them being made fun of, or a kid maybe putting it together and like, yeah, you ain't got your mom and dad because they locked up, or because some kids do know, because some parents have been real with their children. So I encourage you to always be real with your children, no matter what the situation is. These are your children. We already get betrayed by everybody, almost everybody in the world. Why not at least have your children have your back and know the real about you and know, and I know sometimes people be like, well, no, I don't want my kids to know everything about me. They're not my friends. Yeah, but they're your fucking children. And they still need to know. Because if you don't tell me that somebody's outside waiting to shoot me, and I go out there and I don't have nothing to protect myself, you didn't warn me. You literally didn't tell your children that you went to prison, so you didn't warn them for the shots that they're going to get fired at school from other children. You didn't warn them. You didn't get them ready. You didn't prepare them. And you have that opportunity when you have that sit down with your children. Instead, some of you guys use that sit down time to come up with some conglomerate, some big elaborate ass story that you can barely keep up with because you might get in trouble all the time on the yard, and then they extend your stay. Now what? Now that 6-month review that you told your children, I'll be back in 6 months, now it's then turned into a year review. Now that year review is lost. Now it's turned into you got to do the whole 6 years. Now what? Now what lies are you going to continue to tell your children? And when they come to visit and they're getting pat down by these officers and sniffed by these dogs, then what? What part of the vacation is this? What is this? We have to start preparing our children. Because when you don't prepare your children, we end up with more rapists, we end up with more liars, we end up with more criminals, we end up with more of that because they have some type of resentment where they feel like they have to live up to some type of standard because of the standards that we put them in by lying. Period. You can't lie to your children and think that they're going to be the best person growing up. You can't literally feed them lies and think that they eating this. It's not even no nutrients in it. They're literally eating shit from you. What do you think is going to come out of the shit that you feed them? Let's be honest. let's just be 100% honest. When you eat shit, your breath smell like shit, don't it? When you eat shit, shit comes out your mouth, don't it? I know some of you guys are like, well, I don't eat shit. Yeah, but you feeding shit to the people that you love. And when you feed a motherfucker shit cookies, then guess what? It's going to be shit talk. It's going to be a shit life. It's going to be a lot of shit that's not right. When we can actually stop that from the jump. Kids, like I said, they're a sponge. They don't want to soak in and soak up all the bad shit that you're only offering just because you're going to prison. No. It's a transition for us already. It is. But we also need to help the ones that love us, that's going to be supporting us, that's going to be visiting us. We also got to help transition them into the, hey, I'm going to prison. We have to, because if we don't transition them, man, so many relationships end up fucked up, wrong, gone. Children end up resenting their parents for a long time. And don't y'all want to stop that now? Like, who wants to keep on going on years and years and years? And it's always the same type of cycle when it comes to parents in prison. And the children almost always feel the same type of way. Isn't that hurtful? Isn't that sad? What's even sadder is that we actually can fix this. We actually can change this right now. But instead, your pride won't allow you to be vulnerable enough to your children. Your pride won't let you be vulnerable enough to the people that's supposed to be riding with you while you're locked up. How can you genuinely go to prison and not help prepare somebody to go through it with you? Because anytime you go to prison, everyone that you love, everyone that you care about, everyone that you hung around, that was around you all the time, they go to prison with you. They spend that time with you. They can leave when visitation is over, but they can never leave from here. So whether you got 9 years, 5 years, 10 years, 6 months, everyone that is attached to you is doing all of that time with you. Every emotion that you go through, every emotion that you hide because you can't be real on the phone, it rubs them a different way too. Have you ever been around one of your friends or family or somebody that you really fuck with and they was going through it crying or something and you all of a sudden start crying too? Like, you just listening to the story, but now you crying too because you feel what they feel. When we get on these prison phones, our families and children may not know exactly what we're going through because we're hiding it. But what makes you think they can't feel what we feel? Because one way or another, your feelings is going to kind of come. You might even be snappy on the phone. And they're like, damn, I've been waiting all this time to talk to you all day. I went to school. Then I got off school and I was like, yes, my mom's going to call at 6 because her vacation allows her to call at 6, or my daddy's going to call. And then they get on the phone and you snappy, you irritated. That's because somebody probably cut you in a pill line. You probably been waiting to get on this phone since 6 o'clock and it's 7:30 now. Whatever the thing is, whatever happened to you on a yard, sometimes it comes out of our voice, our feelings, our conversation, because we will hide it, we will talk around it, and we won't even say it. And we think that the people that's on the other end would understand. But they don't understand what you're talking about, but they understand the feeling that you're giving off. It's tough. It's tough to be the real motherfucker that you think that you want to be. Because when you gotta be that real motherfucker, that means you gotta be real with everyone. I'm talking about friends, family, foes, hoes, whoever is in your corner and who's ever in your circle. That means being vulnerable. And sometimes some of us are just too scared to be vulnerable, but you can't be scared to be vulnerable, because then you can literally scar someone that's in your life or wants to be in your life just by you being scared to be vulnerable. Prison is not easy, ever. And it's especially not easy when you have no one. But when we get in prison, we get this mentality that, you know what, I'm not even gonna call nobody. I'm not gonna ask nobody nothing. I'm not gonna write, because I don't want them to feel obligated to have to do something for me, or I don't want them to feel obligated to have to come visit me. I just want to just do my time and just, it's crazy, because we want that love, that family, that those letters, but then we don't want that distraction, because that distraction could fuck up everything on the yard, whether you being good or bad or whatever the case is. Somebody might not like how you are doing your time. Somebody might not like the fact that you always let a lot of stuff go. Someone might not like you just because, and guess what? Sometimes we deal with stuff just because we black. Nope, just because the way you talk. If you a black girl and you come in that penitentiary sounding a little bit white, baby, when I tell you they about to drag you all up in, and this is the thing is, what's talking white? Because I am proper, because I speak and enunciate each word, and I'm not cutting them off and using slang, I'm just easy target, huh? To them, yeah. Until you prove yourself. Until you prove yourself. No matter how good you are, you could have a Bible in your hand in front of the church. If someone wants to test you and see what type of person that you are or who you would be for the rest of your stay, because however you handle that first altercation is going to determine your whole incarceration. Period. So whoever chooses to test you and whatever, you do from there. How can you be on the phone telling your kids, be strong, don't let bullies punk you, and you're in the penitentiary, allowing the same thing to happen to you? No, you don't want it to happen to your kids, and you feel like you don't have a choice because you want to make your year review, but what do you really do? And your emotions don't sound the same. Your heart don't sound the same when you're talking to your people, when you're going through that type of stuff, and you can't tell them. Sometimes we'll get on the phone and we'll just be like, and they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? For 20 minutes. Then all of a sudden the call is gone. It's done. All you got a chance to do was just cry. And it brings me to emotions, because I remember those times where all I can do is just sit on the phone and just cry, because I can't tell y'all what's going on in here. They listening. I can't. Damn, I'm a crybaby. I'm just so thankful that I didn't have kids. And I know that sounds fucked up, because I really wanted kids, but I'm just so thankful I didn't have kids, so I didn't have to lie or hide or fuck some kid up for the rest of their life because of my lies, because of my choices that got me into this penitentiary. I would never. And I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I be crying because I'm like, damn, I wanted kids, I wanted this, I see my friends with their families and how fun it is to, to be with their daughters, and I was like, wow, I wanted that. But I went to the penitentiary at the age of 17, and I went from DHS custody to prison, which was 14, to prison. I didn't go at 14, but I went into DHS at 14, and I didn't get a chance to age out and do all the things that everybody gets to do and have all these day ones, and sometimes it hurts me. Sometimes it just does something to my heart to know that I don't have that. I won't have that. I can't have that. But then I look at the families that were affected from the mom or dad being in prison, and then I think to myself, like, I wouldn't want that either. Right now, I haven't spoke to my own family in 4 years. Why would I want that with my children? I'm somebody's child and they ain't spoke to me. Why would I want that for myself? I don't think I could handle doing prison time. I could handle being shot. I could handle being stabbed. I could handle being lied to. But I couldn't handle having a child that came out of me that resented me or didn't like me because of my choices or because I lied to them. I don't know if I'm better off without kids or if, who knows, because it didn't happen. But I just know that I've seen so many kids, so many families that have been affected by our choices. And I say our, even though I don't have kids, because I'm an adult too. And imagine how many of my nieces and nephews might see, or if they were, born at the time, if they would have seen, when it first happened, or what they would have been like, or when I got locked up, I wasn't trying to lie, but I didn't know to lie. I didn't know that I was supposed to lie to the kids. I had a niece, 2 nieces and a nephew that was very, very young. And I took the time out of my day to write each and every one of them and let them know what was going on. And in my head, I'm thinking, they know, you know what I'm saying? So when I get out, it'd be easier to kick it with them. But when I got out, I found out that my brother's wife, which was their mother, may she rest in peace, all is forgiven, even though I never got to tell her. It doesn't bother me anymore. Life is life. But I found out that she never gave anyone my letter. I'm talking about from my brother to my nieces and nephews. No one has ever seen a letter from me, not one time. You know how much them stamps cost in them envelopes? I was like, what? And when it was told to me, I was just like, how many mothers are doing that to their husbands when they send their kids letters? How many kids really genuinely don't think that their parents love them because another parent thought that they was protecting them? How fair is it for you to think that you have to protect your child from their mother or father just because they're locked up? You have no idea what that can get that mother or father through. And you have literally fucked up that relationship yourself. Because I've seen mothers and fathers writing they children, and they like, yeah, for some reason they not writing back. I had no idea that it was being blocked, not by staff, not by the penitentiary, but by the other fucking parent. And I'm going to say we, because we ruin children like this. We ruin relationships like this. Do you really want to live your life with it on your heart that you are the reason why your husband or your ex-husband or your ex-boyfriend, baby daddy doesn't have a relationship with your daughter? You literally hid all those letters, and then when they got out, the child already didn't think that they loved them. But now you want some child support, though. And you want it now. I don't give a fuck that you don't got a job yet, Charles. I need child support. But you didn't even allow him to support his child when he needed the support from his child too while he was locked up, and did that 15 years. You literally withheld his child's mail. Vice versa. Why should they have to pay child support? I know I shouldn't have said that. Because yeah, y'all should pay some child support. But you literally took my child from me. I don't have a relationship with my child. Do y'all like paying for something that you don't use or like, or not even like, excuse me, but no? Yeah, you have to do it. Yeah, it has to be responsibility, but it also has to be the responsibility of that mother to make sure that she has that the daughter or the son has a relationship with that father, and stop thinking that you have to protect your children when they genuinely have to go through things for them to learn things. If they want to see that their father is a fuck nigga, you gotta let them see it. You can't tell them your daddy is a fuck nigga and they just be like, yeah, daddy's a fuck nigga. No, you have to allow them to experience that fuck nigga themselves. Or a fuck sister, because there's some fuck sisters out there too. Fathers, you can't just say, hey, your mama's a deadbeat. She's a this, that, and she locked up. You gotta allow that relationship to be what it's gonna be. If they fuck it up themselves, let them fuck it up themselves, but stop thinking that you have to stand in the way of a fucking letter that explains everything that the child has probably been wanting to know. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop ruining these children before they get a chance to fucking grow. That's like watching a flower grow, and then all of a sudden you just dig it out. Like, yeah, I'm just going to put it in this pot. It's not even finished. It's literally just now trying to come up, and you're going to dig it out. And the original nutrients you didn't even bring with you. We have to stop deflowering these children before they get a chance to bloom. Because the children are who is affected. The children are who gets it the most in the long run. Oh, boy, menopause ain't no joke. That's why I got this ice pack, and it's not even doing nothing. I'm burning up. Okay. We have to be the change. For real. Like, if you can, if you know anybody that's locked up, reach out to them. Reach out to them the best that you can. And please, parents with a spouse or a baby daddy or a baby mama that's locked up, please stop blocking your blessings by blocking the letters that's supposed to go to whoever. Stop doing that. Stop trying to be God. Because you can't shape somebody's life the way you want it. You can't make somebody go the way even though you can keep pushing them when they go this way, you can keep going like that. But at the end of the day, anyone, kids, men, women, they're going to go whichever way that they are destined to go. Not what you have placed out for them to go. It's not about you. And I think that's what we need to stop thinking, that it's about us. Because it's actually bigger than us. It's bigger than us. So stopping these letters and stopping these relationships and estranged fathers and mothers and all of that, it could actually be stopped We just got to do it. We just got to promote it. We just got to speak on it, put it into the air, put it into the atmosphere so others can catch on. Okay. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Y'all been kicking it with me early in the morning since Wednesday, because I've been doing Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I did it in the morning. Monday will be live again in the morning, because I will be live later that night. I'm being interviewed with Jasmine from Something from the Culture podcast. This will be my second interview with her. She's actually one of the second people that ever interviewed me when I got out of the penitentiary. So I'm super excited to get back on the podcast. While I'm running my own podcast, if y'all didn't know, this is actually my 5th season and my 4th year. And I've won 2 awards for favorite podcast. And not because, just because y'all are amazing. Y'all made it happen, actually. You know, I just hope that the couch, you know, helps whoever it needs to help, because this is the therapy that you never knew you needed. I never started this podcast to be controversial or to just get all my feelings out. No, I started this podcast because it was the therapy that I never knew that I needed as well. And it helps me. And I'm so thankful for all my couch potatoes that hit me up, you know, that tell me your stories. And a lot of us have grown relationships. Like, some of y'all come to my house, like, we be kicking it not just off on screen, but we have actually built a relationship off screen. And I'm very thankful for that. Any type of friendship, relationship that I get, I cherish them. I did 9 years in the penitentiary, and I missed out on a lot. So if I tell you I love you, if I tell you I care about you, you better believe that I'm being genuine, because I love hard. I'm a Taurus. I love you guys, and I will be back on the couch Monday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to take that back. Should we do the couch on Monday? Yes. Monday morning, we'll be on the couch. And then 8 p.m. that night. Right, Dom. I love you, girl. Yes, I literally, like, who knew we was going to be friends today? You know, I got chills, like, because I love our friendship. Like, you my girl. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all, everybody that's tuned in, my couch potatoes, Big O, TikTok, Instagram, fan base, Likey, Threads, Scene, Lemonade, everybody. Like, it seems like my face is just going like this, but I got cameras everywhere. So I'm talking to all of y'all, and I promise you, when I say I appreciate everything, all the life that y'all have poured into me when I felt like I didn't have any life for myself. I'm so thankful. I love y'all. I know I'm a crybaby, but I'm thankful. And I will be on the couch on Monday morning, and then Tuesday through Friday. I think I said there's no couch Monday. Let me just look one more time. Okay. You know what? The couch isn't Monday because we did it today, this Friday. So I'll send you guys the link if I'm going to be live on Facebook with Jasmine. But if not, I will post it on the couch page. But there is no couch on Monday. Tuesday through Friday, we're going to finish up Prison Jail Felon Talk. So Prison Jail Felon Talk Tuesday through Friday, live interview with Jasmine on Monday. I love you guys. I hope you guys got something out of this. Okay, Bronco Boys news. I already know what y'all on. Love you. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. And I do say this every Friday, so I'm not going to stop. If you are in the Oklahoma City area, I know it's party, have a good time, it's the weekend, but please do not drink and drive. If you need a designated driver, and I say this all the time, and one of my friends just recently hit me up and told me how somebody let her drive drunk, and I told her, girl, I got a hotline. You can call me anytime. I don't give a fuck what time it is. I do not want nobody drinking and driving. 404-666-5906. You can call that number even if you just need to talk, vent, cuss, something. Please do not get behind that wheel. It's not worth it. I promise. Losing your life and possibly taking somebody else's life is never worth it. Okay? Sending positive vibes, loving energy to everybody. Make sure that you check on your strong friends, your friends, and anybody that you fuck with. I love you guys so much. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits, and I will see you on Tuesday. I told y'all we got cameras everywhere. Love y'all.